Raymond James Stadium as a couple of teams get set to square off in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Memphis Tigers offense will go to work first. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Rush is on him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Lewis to throw. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. With the catch, it's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Here comes the offense on second down. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on 1st down to the pass and getting the sack.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Lewis wants to pass. Got it set up on the outside. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Memphis! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that looked like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. And it seems like every week, defensive coordinators go in, and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
To the air, it's Bailey. Right on the money. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Grimes.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Gonna take a shot. He's got it on the outside. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Wolfpack. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down, it's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll bring it back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Lewis to throw. Pressure coming. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got twirled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in down the sideline. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
They'll give it on the counter. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it along the sideline. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's Rodgers. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Smothers. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Lewis to throw. Finds his man, it's Hawkins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. To the air on first down. Pulls it in, it's Smith. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Smith.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping it.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The throw. Finds his man. It's Thompson. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Dead center perfect. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type 1st half. This Gasparilla Bowl has lived up to expectations. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gasparilla Bowl.
Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the 2nd half going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying the left side. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Grab behind the line. It's Smothers. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Pulls it, fired complete. They stop him almost immediately relatively short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up second down.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Lewis to throw. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Memphis offense going to work again on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They just keep firing. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball. They forced 3 straight incompletions here with their backs against the wall.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Smothers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Smothers. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the grab over the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job on the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Anderson. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking for space. It's Smothers. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Trying play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To throw, it's Bailey. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. RPO complete to open the drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And his throw is incomplete. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Lewis wants to pass. Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
They go to the ground, and this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Wide receiver going in motion. Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position in the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Stands in and takes the hit. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Got his man on the right. Stop short of the marker, and they stop in this defense, and they get the ball back. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a 1st down. Nice balance by this offense.